Since tomorrow is Flag Day, I wanted to give you a little bit of an education about what the true meaning of our flag is. This is the old man getting ready to give you a rant because I see people today who are constantly disrespecting the flag and they have no idea what it means. You know, our enemies, they look upon our flag, and the reason why you see countries all over the world who are burning our flag and spitting on it and tearing it and all this other trampling on it is because they see it as a representative of our government. The same goes to the people here in the United States, citizens of our own country who don't know or think they know what the flag is. They too see it as that represents our government, and they are extremely wrong. So I'm going to give you a little bit of education about it. I'm not going to debate whether or not Betsy Flag sewn the first flag, as was told, supposedly directed by George Washington. I'm not going to go into all that, but like I said, what I'm going to go into is what it represents. You know, nicknames for a flag, of course, there's some call it the Stars and Stripes, and of course, the most known nickname for a standard is Old Glory. So I took the time to write out and or to look up and write down some things about it. It is meant to be a symbol of freedom and liberty. The flag has 13 alternating stripes, which represent the 13 original colonies. We currently have 50 stars, 50 white stars which are on the blue field. Each star represents the 50 states. Now to go further into it, the red stripe stands for the valor and courage, which is a nod to those early colonials as they were in pursuit of creating a new nation. Those men and women who had died fighting for that cause. The white stands for innocence and purity, and of course people laugh when they hear that. But it's a nod to the fact that the current country was emerging as a new nation. The blue field stands for the justice and perseverance, which nods to the fact that our early nation persevered in its war with England as they were trying to separate. Now, if you had ever witnessed a military funeral or even law enforcement funeral, they might even do it with all first responders like firemen, I don't know. But if you've ever been in the military and served as part of a flag detail or in a government position where you have to raise and lower the flag, then you know that when it is folded, There are 13 folds to the flag. Each fold represents certain aspects. The first fold is a symbol of life, plain and simple. The second fold is a symbol in our belief. We're talking about the early Americans here, and I hope it does for us too, but the symbol to our belief in eternal life. The third fold goes to honor and remembrance of those departing veterans who gave a part of their lives in defense of our nation. So they basically put their lives on hold while they served our country. And myself and other members of our family have done that. The fourth fold is to our weaker nature, that we are citizens trusting in God. The fifth fold is a tribute to our nation, our country. The sixth fold is a tribute to where our heart lies. For it is with our heart that we pledge allegiance to the flag. The seventh fold is a tribute to all those in the armed forces. The eighth fold is a tribute to the one who entered into the valley of shadow of death, that we might see the light of day. And for those of us who are Christians, we know that refers to Jesus. The ninth fold is a tribute to womanhood, to those women who have nurtured their sons and daughters to go into men and women who have served our nation. The 10th fold is a tribute to fathers who helped develop their sons and daughters' characters into those who are willing to give a part of themselves to our country. The 11th fold represents the lower portion of the seal of King David. The 12th fold is a symbol of the emblem of eternity. The 13th and final fold, when it's facing up top at the blue field, represents in God who we trust. This piece of cloth is more than just a flag. It represents not our government. It represents us, each citizen of the United States, male, female, gay, straight, white, black, yellow, red, whatever. It represents each and every one of us. Now, Flag Day is not a big enough holiday where it's commemorated, where the banks and schools are closed. You don't get a day off from work for it. But it's one we need to take the time to observe. because this piece of cloth is not just something you see in front of the White House or in front of the post office. You need to remember the importance of it. If you ever served in the military, then you know when it's time to raise the flag or lower the flag, when you hear that music, you snap to attention, face the flag, and you render salute. If people are driving through base and that music plays and that you hear it, you have to stop your vehicle, pull alongside the road, wait for that music to stop before you continue on your way. Like I said, this flag represents all of us. And now I'm going to recommend, if you have never watched it, go on YouTube or somewhere else you can pull this up. Look up Red Skelton's Pledge of Allegiance. It's one of the best things that shows just how important this flag is to those of us who are truly Americans. So I'm going to end this video with the camera facing the flag again. And we are going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I hope you do it together. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America.